Hello guys. So today we'll be starting coordinate geometry, right? Now this is an important chapter, because it is a very easy chapter and it carries 4 marks. But coordinate geometry gives you an idea for other classes also. It gives you a lot of basics, and also one more chapter, linear equation in two variables, that you have to solve by the graphical method. That also needs this chapter, right? So before starting linear equations you need to have a grasp on this chapter also, right? So let's get started. So firstly, the things that you have to read in this chapter is Cartesian plane, coordinates of a point, names and terms associated with coordinate plane, notations, and how to plot points. These are the main things that we learn in this chapter. Okay. So plane, point, how to locate a point, coordinate axis, what is x-axis, y-axis, mutually perpendicular, origin, abscissa, ordinate, how to plot a point, rectangular coordinate axis, Cartesian coordinate, quadrant, ordered pair. Now these all you will learn. So I have just given a brief that if you know these topics, and if you, then very good, and if you don't know, then after this you will come to know, right? So let's get started. So he is scientist Rene Descartes, mathematician rather, so what he did, he introduced coordinate geometry, right? So there is a very interesting story behind it. He was ill, he was staying at home, he was lying on his bed, and there was an insect above on the roof. He was just lying like this, and his eyes were upward. He was looking towards the roof where the insect was moving. So his roof was somewhat like marked, like gradations were there, like a chessboard. There were markings on there. So like a graph paper. So he got the idea of locating a point or this coordinate geometry from there only, right? Because he was locating the insect, that okay, it was at this point, then it moved to that. So that gave an idea about coordinate geometry. So okay, so basically before starting coordinate geometry we should know what is a number line. Okay, number line you have already studied, you already know, but once again, so as in a number line, numbers are plotted. 0 is a whole number, so 0 we say as a reference point, because all numbers to the right side of 0, all numbers to the right side of 0 are positive, right? Are positive, and all numbers to the left side are negative. Clear? So 0 became my reference point. All numbers to the right of 0 will be positive, and all 0 to the left will be negative. This is left, this is right. All positive, all negative. Clear? So this is a horizontal number line. The same can be a vertical number line also, right? Where all numbers, if I rotate this as vertical, so all numbers above have to be positive. This will be positive, and here negative. Clear? Right? So that's what. Now what we do, we combine the two number lines. It is the horizontal number line and this is the vertical number line. So after combining the horizontal and the vertical number line, we get a plane, right? We get a plane. ठीक है, तो this is what led to the origination of the plane. ठीक है, clear? And the most important thing, the horizontal number line and the vertical number line are perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular, 90 degrees. They make 90-degree angle with each other, right? So till over here it is clear. Sure. So this is what is called as Cartesian coordinate system. Okay? René Descartes was his name. So Cartesian came from that only. Cartesian coordinate system. Okay? So Cartesian coordinate system is a coordinate system that specifies each point uniquely in a plane. A system that specifies each point uniquely in a plane. Now firstly, how do I draw a point? I just place my pen and I draw a point, right? Just place my pen. But how do I draw a line? Many points. I join many points. Then I draw a line, right? Clear? So what I'm saying, I am having a point over here. I am having a point over here. Obviously, I can say that these both points are different, right? You have a house over here and you have a house over here. Both houses, will they have the same address? No, they should have a different address. That's why then only we will be able to differentiate the two houses. If some person comes to visit your house, then he should not go to the other's house, because every house should have a unique address, right? Similarly, every point should have a unique address, right? So this is what is given in the Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system is a coordinate system that specifies each point uniquely. This has a very important meaning. In this Cartesian coordinate system, every point has a unique address. Then only you can reach to that point. If you have got one address, then obviously that will be of a point plotted by Ram also, by Shyam also. Ram will also remember that point by that name only. Shyam will also remember that point by that address only. So coordinate system tells us this only, right? But what consists the address? So in the plane, by set of numerical coordinates which are signed distance to the point from two perpendicular oriented lines measured in the same unit of length. Like see, you have the two lines, they both are perpendicular, so any point which is over here, I have perpendicular, right? So this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. Now which is x-axis? X-axis is the horizontal line, horizontal number line, and y-axis is the name given to the vertical number line. Clear? The point where they meet is called the origin. The point where they meet is called the origin. Clear? Clear? Okay. Now, I want कि there is some point over here. है ना? Some point is over here. Now, you want to know the address of this point, right? So what system did René Descartes found? He told that there should be a perpendicular distance of this point from this horizontal line. There should be a perpendicular distance of this point from the vertical line, right? Only the perpendicular distance, and distance can be anything. But no, he was talking only about the perpendicular distance. So So this is the perpendicular distance of this point P from x-axis, or you can say for now the horizontal number line. Clear? Clear? And this is the perpendicular distance of this point from the vertical number line or y-axis. So he told that these two things will be the parameter for my address. Done? That's what. Clear? Perpendicular distance only. Remember, only perpendicular distance, no other distance. Okay? So he chose two things I need to know the address of any point. Perpendicular distance of point from x-axis, perpendicular distance of point from y-axis. Clear? Right? So in this plane, blackboard is a plane, the copy is a plane. Plane is what? Plane is such that where you can see the two lines meet, and you can go in two directions. Plane is two-dimensional. Plane is two-dimensional. You can go either in this way or this way. Clear? So any two-dimensional thing is called as plane. Right. Okay. So this one was x-axis and this one was y-axis. I hope you'll remember this now. Horizontal number line was the name given x-axis, and vertical number line given the name y-axis. Clear? The point where the vertical and the horizontal number line met was called the origin. Clear till here? Okay. So each reference line is called a coordinate axis. The number line, reference is coordinate axis, plural of axis is axis, and the point where they meet is called as origin. Right? Now if this is origin, this is 0. Right? Clear? Now whenever you are traveling anywhere, you're traveling an unknown way, this is the chalk, and there are 4 paths going. Usually in a chalk this thing happens, and there are 4 paths. So whenever, if you want to go to this home and you are coming from this way, there is your friend's home and you're coming this way and you want to go here. So what your friend will tell you, come to the chalk first, then from the chalk come forward towards this direction. Come forward towards this direction. He will show you the chalk, say you take a left or right, whatever. So what is the reference point? The reference point is the chalk. So always in coordinate axis, Cartesian coordinate system, we take an origin as reference. This is my reference. This is your chalk. Here will be your reference. And this will always have a coordinate 0, 0. 0, 0 will be its coordinate. This is also called as ordered pair. Now, why we are writing like this? The system is there to write a bracket here like this. This is the coordinate of x-axis. Now, why like this? See, whenever you are told to write your address, how do you write? You write like, firstly you take flat number 3C, Rachna apartment, like this something. Hinu, Ranchi, Jharkhand, India, then Asia, है ना? Write like this, and then है ना? So that's what, there is a system to it. There is a system. You can't write first Asia, then Hinu. That will be wavered. That will have very less meaning. So to prevent this, there is a particular system of writing your address also. There is a particular way of writing the address of the point also. है ना? This is the address of the point. Whatever you are doing in the Cartesian coordinate, you are writing the address. This is the chalk reference, right? So if you will have this point, right? So I will tell you how to write address of this point. If you want to reach this point, you will always have to start from the chalk. That chalk is the origin, right? So to reach this point, point P, first you go in this direction. How much you have traveled? 2 units, right? So I traveled horizontal distance. This is the horizontal, na? So horizontal distance, how much you traveled? You traveled 2 units. And then you go like this. Then you reach at point P. So to reach at point P, you started from the chalk. You traveled 2 units in the horizontal direction and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units in the vertical direction. Right. So the way to write address is also fixed. You can't change it. Like this method, you're not changing. First you're writing your flat number, then your apartment, then your locality. The same way, first you'll write the horizontal. No one will write the vertical first. Then your answer or the address will be wrong and the person will read somewhere else. You always have to write the horizontal first. So here 2 and 4. This will be the address of this point. Clear? Clear? So can you plot this like this way? Okay. Now when we are doing like this, so see one more thing. Told you कि the vertical distance, है ना? Perpendicular distance of this point from the x-axis and the vertical distance and the horizontal distance and vertical distance we are talking about. So this is the vertical distance of this point from horizontal axis or x-axis, and this is horizontal distance. So this is vertical. Vertical is always y. Horizontal is always x. Clear? So the horizontal distance that you travel was 2. So the coordinate is always written like this. X first, y second. Horizontal distance first, vertical distance afterwards. Clear? First you will write the horizontal distance, then you will write the vertical distance. Clear? So this is the thing. First the horizontal distance, then the vertical distance. Remember this. Clear? And this is called as, this address is called the ordinate, is called the coordinates of the point P. It's called the coordinates of the point P, where x has got a special name and y has also got a special name. Clear? So if you have a point like this, so how we'll reach this point? You'll start from the chalk, है ना? From 0. You'll start from the origin, है ना? You'll start from the origin. To reach this point, I have to travel 3 horizontal and 4 vertical. Clear? Right? Right or not? So this will be the x, this will be the y. So x was how much? 3. Y was how much? 4. So the coordinate of this point will be 3 first, 4 afterwards, or x first, y afterwards. Clear? So this is called as abscissa. This is called as abscissa. and this is called as ordinate. X, or the horizontal distance of the point, this distance and this distance will be the same because they are perpendicular, right? है ना? From the y-axis only, है ना? So this x will be called the abscissa and the y is called the coordinate, है ना? And this whole together bracket along with the bracket x comma y is called the coordinate. Clear? Coordinate is the address. X is the horizontal distance of that point. Horizontal distance of this point from, this is horizontal, na? Horizontal distance of this point from y-axis. But what kind of distance? Perpendicular distance. And this is vertical, है ना? Vertical distance or perpendicular distance of the point P from the x-axis, and this is called y. Clear? So abscissa or the x coordinate, what it is? Abscissa or x coordinate, as you can see in red, is the perpendicular distance of the point from y-axis. This is x and it is the perpendicular distance from y-axis. It is the horizontal distance and it is the perpendicular distance from y-axis. And it is y and it is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. Clear? X or abscissa is the perpendicular distance of the point from the y-axis, and y or ordinate is the perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis. Clear or not clear? So let's write the address also. X was 3 and y was 4. So the be 3, 4. Remember very nicely, है ना? X is horizontal, but it is perpendicular distance from y-axis, है ना? Okay. The first number, है ना? You also know why? Because we know that X, Y, Z comes in our alphabet, right? X, Y, Z comes na English alphabet. So first X, then Y. And what is X? X is called abscissa, Y is called ordinate. Clear? X or abscissa is the perpendicular distance of the point from y-axis. Similarly, y is perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis. I hope it is clear. Okay. First X, then Y. Remember this very clearly. Okay. What is coordinate? Coordinate of the point. As I told you already, it is the address. So coordinate is this whole thing. You write a bracket, you write 3, you write 4. This is the address. Clear or not clear? Clear? So again here, started from 0. Now what things you have to remember? You have to remember your starting point. Always in Cartesian coordinate system, your starting point will be origin or it will be 0, 0. Horizontal distance is the x and vertical distance is the y. X is called the abscissa, y is called the ordinate. Clear? Abscissa is the perpendicular distance of the point from y-axis and ordinate is the perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis. Clear? ठीक है. Clear or not clear? So here 5, 6 bracket है ना, ordered pair. There is a definite way I told you, like this. You put a comma first, put a bracket, write down first x, then put a comma, put down y, close the bracket. This will fulfill the address. Even the slight mistake in the address will make you reach at the wrong place. Okay? Now, if this is 5 comma 6, then you need to identify which is abscissa. 5 is abscissa, which is ordinate, 6 is ordinate. Clear? Clear or not clear? So how will reach 5 comma 6? 5 in the x, because 5 is first, so first is x, so first 5, then 6, we reach here. Clear? Right? Similarly, now if I want to reach minus 3 comma 4, so again you know that this side is positive, this side is negative, this up side is positive and this side is negative. So if you want to reach minus 3, so where you will go? You will not go right, because here positive is there, you will go this side. So horizontal, first is horizontal, so horizontal negative you will travel, but 4 is still positive, so we will go upwards. Clear or not clear? Clear or not? That is what is the method. You have to understand, first is x, then is y. So first you will travel horizontal, then you have to travel vertical to reach any point. In the same way, Cartesian plane is divided into 4 quadrants. 4 quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Now what you see here, the x is always positive. This region, this region is totally the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant, third quadrant. Here the x is positive, also the y is positive. So always the x and y both will be positive in first quadrant. Now we come back to second. Second, as you can see, x is negative. So x will always be negative in the second quadrant and positive in the y will be positive in the second quadrant always. Here x is negative, y is also negative, so both will be negative in the third quadrant. Fourth quadrant, x is positive, y is negative. Clear? समझ में आ गई बात? X is negative, y is positive here in second. In first both are positive. In third, x is also negative, y is also negative. In fourth, x is positive, and in minus y. Clear? Clear? This is what I have to do. Clear? So plus plus in first, minus plus in second, minus minus in third, and plus minus in fourth. Clear? Okay. Now the questions will be asked like this. Identify the quadrant in which the point lies, like 5 comma minus 4. Identify the quadrant. Now you have to understand very carefully. Here x is 5, y is minus 4. X is 5 means horizontal, means x is 5. I have to travel here. And horizontal 5. And vertical is minus 4. Okay. So vertical is minus 4. So downwards. So my point is 5 comma minus 4. But it is not asking the point. It is asking the quadrant in which the point lies. So this is what quadrant. We start like this. Now this is first. This is second. This is third. And this is fourth. So this is the fourth quadrant. And this point lies in the fourth quadrant. Clear? Next. 2 comma minus 3. Right? So first is horizontal. And the second is vertical. So x, we start from this place. X is 2. Again 2. In the horizontal, and vertical is minus 3. So somewhat here. Again fourth quadrant. Clear? Also we showed the sign in the fourth quadrant is plus minus. So fourth quadrant. Clear till here? Okay. Now if the question will say minus 5, 7. Where will go? First one is x, second one is y. So again from origin, minus 5 is over here. X, we travel till here. Then we travel in the y. Positive or negative? See, it is positive. So we'll go upward 7. So your point is located here. This is minus 5 comma 7, and thus this is the region of second quadrant. Thus the answer will be second quadrant. Clear? Okay, next question. Minus 2 minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2. X is also minus, y is also minus. So here firstly we'll travel in the x direction minus 2, then again in the y direction minus 2. We did not go up because it was saying minus 2. That's why we landed here, and this is the third quadrant. Answer will be third quadrant. Clear or not clear? I hope you will be able to identify the quadrants. Okay. Now, if the point is 5 comma 0, right? The point is 5 comma 0. So this first one is x and this one is y, right? So we'll start from your origin. We'll start from origin. Origin se we'll start. You will go 5 in the horizontal array plus 5. It is not minus 5, so you will not go in this the way. You will go in the right side. You will not go left side. Okay, 5 you reached here. But after that, it's saying 0y. Means you don't have to travel any vertical distance. Means you don't have to travel in vertical distance. You will be here only. So this point is called as 5 comma 0. Right? This point is called as 5 comma 0. But tell me one thing. Does this point lies on the axis? Which axis? X-axis. Right? Because this point lies on the x-axis, you can't say this lies on the quadrant, because see once, if you say it lies in first quadrant, then why can't it lie in second quadrant? The first quadrant is here, second quadrant should lie in second also. Yes, so that's what. It does not lies either in the first quadrant, sorry, this is the fourth quadrant, fourth quadrant. So it does not lies either in the first quadrant or the fourth quadrant. It lies on the line or on the axis. Which axis? You will write x-axis. Do not write ever this point lies in first quadrant or fourth quadrant. Does not. 5 comma 0. These the points which lie on the line should be said it lies on x-axis. These points lie on the axis that do not lie in any quadrant. Quadrant refers to the region enclosed between the axes. It does not tells you for the points that lie on the axis. Clear? The region that lies between the two axes is called the quadrant. Quadrant is not the region on the axis. The point on the axis, if you write first or fourth quadrant, it will be wrong. So here you have to write x-axis. Okay. The same way, minus 3 comma 0. Where it will lie? Minus 3. Start from the origin. Minus 3. X is minus 3. I'll go here. But I don't have to travel y. So this will lie on x-axis, but negative x-axis. It will lie on negative x-axis. Is it clear? Okay. Chalo. 0, 5. Where it will lie? 0. 0. We'll start from 0. We don't travel any x because x is 0. Y is 5. Y is 5 will reach 5. So this will be what? This will be 0 comma 5. This also does not lies on either first quadrant or second quadrant. This lies on the y-axis. This is very important. This lies on the y-axis. And which y-axis? Positive y-axis. Clear or not clear? Do not ever write that this lies on the quadrant. No, it does not lies on the quadrant. It lies on the axis. Clear? Okay. Okay. So any point that lies on the x-axis has the coordinate of the form x comma 0. It lies on the x-axis means it is not traveling any y distance. And any point which lies on the y-axis has coordinate 0 comma y. Clear? Okay. So plotting a point when coordinates are given. To 2 comma 3. Where will be plotted? Okay, we'll start from origin. Origin se start. 2 horizontal, then 3 vertical. So I will reach here and this will be point 2, 3. Okay, next 3 comma minus 2. 3 comma minus 2. Again, x is positive. So 3 here. Minus 2, y is negative. So here we plot as 3 comma minus 2. Right, this will be point B. Clear? Okay. Then minus 2, where x is negative, y is negative, minus 2, then minus 2. This will be minus 2, we'll write like this. Clear? Okay. Then minus 4 comma 6. Minus 4. Here x is minus, so minus 4 here. 6. Right? So minus 4 comma 6. Over. Hai na? Easy? Is it easy? So this is what is in this chapter. Hai na? We will ask 3 types of question. Plotting a point when coordinates are given. This is what you are doing. Plotting points. Identify the axis on which the point lies. This is what you have to do. Either x-axis or y-axis. Or identify the quadrant in which the point lies. These are the 3 questions that will be asked from you in this chapter. Clear? Clear or not clear? Hai na? That's it from this chapter. Hai na? Is it? It was easy. Hai na? So whatever I told you in the start, you learnt everything. Hai na? You learnt plane, point, location of point, coordinate axis, x-axis, ordinate, ordered pair, quadrant, Cartesian coordinate, rectangular coordinate. Hai na? Not rectangular coordinate. You might be wondering why it is called rectangular coordinate. Whenever you plot a point 2 comma 3, can you see a rectangle is formed over here? Hai na? That's why it's called a rectangular coordinate. See also here also rectangle is formed. Okay? This is the reason. Clear? Okay. So we'll meet with another lesson. Hai na? Till then, bye.